Alright, what is up YouTube gang? Welcome back to the San Diego Beetle Live YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on my glove box. If you've seen my past videos, you see I tried to fix it with these magnets and it's actually worked pretty well, but I recently just broke the handle. And so the magnets are cool. They did the job for the amount of time that I needed. They probably worked for about a year or two. There's a link in the description for that video on how I fixed it. And I'm just kind of showing here why it breaks. The little tabs that hold it up, they stop working, the mechanism, and you can't get to them. You have to like split the door cover in half in order to fix it. So now I have a broken handle, and I'm going to just replace the entire glove box. It's all scratched up. Here is the new one I got. It looks nice and clean. It comes with a new handle as well, and the only thing is missing is the little lock cylinder, so I am going to use the one from my old one. Now there's two different kinds of glove box doors. Make sure you get the right one. Make sure you order the correct one. This is the one where the little arms are all the way to the outer edge. And I'll leave a link to the eBay store where I bought it from, so make sure you check before you order. We're going to have to take off this cover here. That's going to allow us to get access to remove the glove box door mechanism. It's a whole piece. Actually, the door, in order to take the door off, you got to take off the whole glove box. So here I am using a Torx, I think it's a Torx 10 or 15. There's one on the side. There's one underneath the ashtray. So you got to remove that one as well. And here I am again using the Torx. I think it's a 15. I'll let you know in the description. And then here's another one on the other side, on the driver's side. So make sure you take this side one off too. So there's 3. And then there's another one. You got to slide your seat back all the way. There's a little cover that you have to remove in order to see it. So here I'm using a panel removal tool. You can just use a screwdriver, and it just popped off. And I broke the clips for that. So you might have to replace that cover because the clips are going to be brittle and it won't go back on. So you might have to just buy some new ones. I'm sure they're pretty cheap. Now you kind of have to remove this center console. And it's going to be a little tricky. It is going to be in there pretty good, so you kind of just have to wiggle it around and just keep pulling on it until it comes off. I believe those are all the screws that hold it on. Okay, so here I finally got it off, but there's that this gray thing right here. There's a screw right there. You can see it. That actually holds on this side panel that is part of the entire glove box door mechanism, or glove box and door. And there's 3 bolts. There's supposed to be 3 screws right here that also hold on the glove box, and then there's 3 more on the bottom. So take off those 3 on the bottom and take off the 3 on the top. Alright, now that we got the 3 bottom screws off, we're going to go ahead and remove the 3 upper mounting screws. Alright, now that we got all 6 of those screws off, we're going to go ahead and take off this side cover panel. It was a little tricky to get off, and luckily I had this panel removal tool. But you can see the glove box actually just fell out. There was nothing else holding it. But I was having a hard time with this, so I actually don't think I even needed to take this off in order to remove the glove box, because as you can see, it just fell off. But yeah, I just pried it off. The clips that hold this thing on are in there pretty darn good. So once I got it out a little bit, I just pulled on it, and then it finally popped off. You can see how it literally popped off. So I think it has like 3 clips that were holding it, and 2 of the clips went flying. And so the clips might come off of the cover, and they might get stuck on the actual dashboard. So just make sure you put those back on. Now that we got the glove box off, the one mounting screw that I forgot to take off, that I pointed to earlier, that bracket just broke. So that's why it's important to take that screw off. You can see there's supposed to be a bracket right there, and that's the one that broke off. The other half of it is still screwed on there. So I actually had a hard time trying to take the door off of the mechanism. There's a screw right here on the side, so take that out, and that'll help you get the door off of the rest of the glove box. So that is holding on to that gear, and that's important. There's also a pin right here, and so you can pull that out. You can try taking it out with your fingernails. If not, you can use like a screwdriver. Here I'm using a panel removal tool, and that actually worked really good. And here's the pin that holds the glove box door on. Alright, so here's the other pin on the other side. It was really hard to get this one out. I had no idea how to get it out. I finally figured it out, and this is where the pin goes. So it actually, I don't remember if it came in from the outside or if it got pushed in from the inside, but to access it, there is the I think I'm showing how I pushed it in with that poker tool. There is a rubber thing inside of your glove box that like you can remove, and that allows you to access this pin. So once you get that pin out, you should be able to pull the glove box door off now. And that's what I'm doing right here. And I will show you where that rubber placemat is that goes inside your glove box, that if you take it out, you'll be able to see the pin from the inside. Alright, the glove box door is actually off now, finally. It was a lot harder than I thought. Alright, so here I want to show you the rubber placemat that goes inside of your glove box. Here's the pin, and if you remove this this piece right here, it actually is cool because you can clean this up if you spill stuff inside your glove box. But when you remove that, it gives you access to that pin. You can see me pointing to it right there. And so the rubber piece covers it up. You can't see it. And once you take it out, you can either pull the pin out if it comes in from the inside, or you can push it out if it comes in from the outside. But either way, it gives you better access. And it'll probably help when you're trying to put it back in as well. Alright, so now we're just going to put the new door on. So something that I learned after this whole process was that this was a cheap glove box door, and the measurements of the distance between the two arms that go in there was off by like, I think of 1/8 of an inch, or maybe even 1/4 of an inch. It was off by a good amount, at least 1/8 of an inch. And it caused problems because the arms did not line up. There's teeth on the arms, and they didn't line up correctly with the gear. And so it works, but you'll notice when you open and close your glove box, it doesn't roll smoothly and slowly like it's supposed to. It kind of just opens and closes. So here I am putting the gear back on, and then you just put the screw that holds the gear on, and you'll be good. So this piece here is going to go on like this. Got to make sure that this is riding in this slot right here, and the gear is in there. So make sure you have it like that. The pin is going to come in from the outside. The other one is actually going to come in from inside the glove box, and it's going to pop out on this side. To install it, to put that pin in, you're actually going to put it in from inside here. So in order to do that, you got to make sure you take off the rubber piece that's inside there. All right, let's put this damn thing on. All right, reconnect your light. Okay. Yep. I'm just gonna slide this back in. That are your screws. Now we just got to put the new lock on there. Fits like shit. And last but not least, the lock. Oh well, better than nothing.